Why are there so many bad agents out there? Let's get started. Okay, so yes, there's some very good realtors, some very good agents out there. I like to think of myself as one of them. And there's a lot of just kind of average agents, and then there's some very, very bad ones. So why are there such a wide variety, right? So let's get started. So the first and foremost is very low barrier to entry. It's a couple $100s for the exam, a couple $100 for the classes, and if you really want to go crazy, a couple $100 for the crash course where they give you the answers to the exam, and boom, you have your real estate license. That's about it. A couple $100s here and there for insurance and all that. So maybe you're all in a few $1,000s, and you can be in a potentially very lucrative business. So because of that, a lot of people are drawn to it, whether they're really qualified and really understand how much it actually takes, including just all the paperwork and understanding all the legality that goes into the profession. So we talked about low barrier to entry. Second is there's a lot of agents out there. They watch all the TV shows and they see all the potential without actually seeing what happens behind the scenes. And so there's so much out there and there's not enough actual training that goes on. I've talked to agents in different offices where they're like, hey, I joined this brokerage with the promise of all of this training and I got none of it. Or I was promised all of this training and then I had to pay extra for it. So people are going into it thinking, hey, I'm going to be told, or I'm going to be taught how to be this great agent, and then they're not, and they're trying to figure it out on their own, which is the big problem. And then the third is there's so much diversity that happens in this business that it is difficult to learn all these different metrics, and there aren't a lot of resources for agents to learn about it unless they go hunting for it. And for some people, it's just not in their personality, right? This is one of those professions where people think, oh, I like people, therefore I should be good at this job. And really, we need a lot of agents that are much more analytical. We need agents that are much more strategic, much more creative. Hey, I have this property with open permits. How do I solve this? Not, let's throw this on the market and see what happens. When they don't realize, wait a minute, a lender's not going to lend on this property. So how do we get these permits finalized? How do we get these permits closed? What are the next steps, right? They're not necessarily those types of problem solvers. So we have this really wide variety for this profession when really we need to hone in on what agents should be, which is the knowledge broker. Right? Take a look at attorneys, take a look at doctors. There's a certain personality that generally goes with those professions. The same should apply with real estate agents, and it doesn't. Right off the bat, number one mistake, the license is literally called a salesperson's license. It should be called real estate consultant's license. Right? That little nuance should at least give it a better presentation, because right now, for a lot of people, we're considered car salesmen, which should not be the case. Love to get your thoughts. Comment below. We can talk about it in a later video on why, or how we can really make this industry better so that way our clients get the best service possible. Talk to you guys soon.